What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Mariners again, since it's a dead part of the off season for the NFL. The only thing that's on right now is baseball. And the Mariners they're starting to really get it together and really starting to show what this team can be. So let's get right into it. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Mariners and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, so, Mariners are on a roll right now. We just swept the Rangers not long ago. I was watching the game because I got off work. Only like 40 minutes after the game started. Actually, no, I got off work right as the game started because I actually got out early. Right before the D-backs, right before first pitch. And man, like watching watching this, like I could just tell how hungry this team looks. Like you look at the batting average and you see 200 for the day, but you see 5 runs, and that's fine. 5 runs, man. 4 and more. I haven't calculated. I can calculate it now probably, but like we are probably like 30. Oh, I remember seeing in the game, in the broadcast in Root Sports, they said that when we score 3+ games, we are 38-10. Now that after winning this one, we're 39-10. So 3+ runs in a game, and we are probably the best team in baseball. So, and speaking of best team in baseball, this right here is important. So we are 16-5 since May 26th, best in the MLB, best in baseball. Excuse me. We are 23-6 at home since April 15th. Best in AL. So it's been 2 months, and we have the best home record in the AL. And that is massive. That is massive. Come playoff time, that is huge. We win a division, we get home games. That is huge. So, season high, 12 games above 500, and this is something that needs to be talked about, and I'm going to talk about. Seattle's 8.5 game lead in the AL West marks its largest lead since the end of the 2001 season, regular season. So, this is massive right here. Like, I don't even need to, I'm going to explain why. I don't really need to explain why, but I need to explain why. This team is looking to be up next. We're looking to be up next. We're proving that 2022 was not a fluke. We're proving that we shouldn't have lost a division last year. We missed the playoffs by 1 game. We missed the division title by 2. And look at where we are now. I knew we were gonna bounce back. I had a feeling like, yeah, we start off slow, but we always do that every single year. Every single year, we always start out slow, and then we pick it up. Right now, we're picking it up earlier than I anticipated. Earlier than I anticipated, because usually I expect us to start picking it up after the All-Star break. But we are picking it up before the All-Star break, and honestly, I don't even know when the All-Star break is. Let's see. MLB. So we still have about a month until All-Star break, until the All-Star week. In Texas, July 12th through the 16th, 2024. So yeah, we have about a month before it starts, and we have a lot more time to build on this lead before entering the break. We want to enter the break having as big of a lead as possible. And the reason being is because if we have a slump and exiting the All-Star break, we have a cushion so we can realign ourselves. So if we can get ourselves, so right now we're at 8.5 games above We have an 8.5 game lead above the division. If we can get to double digits, get to 10 games to start out, and then go to for 11, 12, 13 games, we will be in a good spot, very good spot, exiting the All-Star break, and then hopefully exiting the All-Star break, and hopefully we keep continuing. Because the thing is like, Aaron, Aaron Goldsmith, the announcer, I think that's his name. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe his name is Aaron Goldsmith. You know what? I'm not going to disrespect him because he's a great announcer. So if it is his name, Aaron, yeah, it is him. So Aaron Goldsmith commented on how, like, the Rangers, they had a massive lead last year entering the All-Star break, and then it came down to, like, the last game, basically, between them and the Astros. And for us, it was like the last 3 games, a couple games, because we were in contention for the division up until the end of the season, basically. And like I said, we missed the playoffs by 1 game. So, you know, but like, yeah. And I'm hoping that Service, although Service, man, I'll get to Service in a minute, but I'm hoping Service can look at that and be like, hey, we can't let that happen to us. Like, we need to go into the All-Star break or week with a big lead, and we need to continue with the foot on the gas after we exit. We cannot let up on the gas. That's what I hope Service realizes, and what he tells his players. Like after this game, especially after a series like this. This is a massive series that we just took and swept. This is a huge series for us, and I'm going into Cleveland on Tuesday. I don't know. I mean, it might be too early to say this, but that might be the biggest series of the entire season for us, or one of like top 3, because we want to catch the Guardians. Because if we catch the Guardians, we can get that bye. We need that bye, and then if we beat the Guardians in a series 2-1, and the Rangers keep losing, and Astros, we keep building a lead in the division, and we also gain on the Guardians. We want to do that while building a lead in the division. I mean, that is a pretty. A lot of things have to go right for that to happen, such as the Astros and the Rangers losing, us winning against the Guardians. But it can't happen. I mean, so far, the Astros and Rangers have been losing while we have been winning. We've been capitalizing on them taking L's. So, and timely L's too. Even though they get wins, it's their L's are more timely than their wins, because every time they win a game, it seems like they lose like 2 more or 3 more. And then we win like 3 more. And right now, we just won 3 straight. And like I said in my previous video, I wanted us to go like in that stretch from that third White Sox game to the end of this Texas series. I wanted us to go 5-1 or sweep, and we went 5-1, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Or no, 4-1. Sorry, we went 4-1, and I'm perfectly okay on that. I said 4-1 or sweep, 5-0. That from that game on. And we lost that game with Emerson Hancock, but I believe that was the right call, putting Hancock in, because we gave our starters more rest against the Rangers, and look what happened. We swept them with those guys. So, I think that's good. That was good managing by Scott. But in yesterday's game against the Rangers in the 9th, when we had you need to DFA Bizardo. He's not good. I knew he was not good. I've seen him give up runs in the past before. I knew he's not a great addition to the bullpen. He needs to go to the minors. You need to DFA him or cut him or something, because he is a detriment to this bullpen. Voth is better than him, in my opinion. So. And that's saying something. Even though, hey, I'm going to say this now. Voth, he pitched the hell of a 9th. He closed the game really, really well. So I give kudos to him for that. But Bizardo, yeah, he's got to go. And Service is kind of a bonehead for letting Bizardo stay in for 5 base runners. That's unacceptable, Service. You can't let that happen, because you give them life, they'll take it. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They almost took that the inch and went around the whole world, because if they hit a 3-run homer there, we're down 8-7. We choked a 1-7 lead. We literally choked a 6-run lead in 1 inning, and that'd be flashbacks to to the Royal Series. And honestly, his job could be on the line if that happened, because that's twice in a week that you blew a 6+ run lead when you shouldn't have done that. But he didn't do that, so we ended up winning. But still, stuff like that, we can't do that. Stuff like that will hurt us come playoff time. So Scott has got to clean that up. Great job on resting Hancock in that. We won the series. You know what? Hey, Scott has done a lot more. Like in the big scheme of things, Scott has done a lot more than compared. Like the effects of what he does in the big scheme of things is weighs more than his little screw ups, such as telling his players, hey, win series. Go for the sweep, but win series. That's worked for us so far this season. And it worked for us last year, too. I like that approach from Service. So that's very good on him. And this, resting the starters, letting Hancock pitch, and then resting the starters so that Castillo pitched in the opener on that Texas Rangers series instead of him pitching against that finale when we already won the series. So I like that. And I believe that is a great approach by Service, and I believe that is, that's helped us to improve. Even though we are still crap on the offense in terms of batting average, on base percentage, slugging, and OPS, we're still getting runs in, and our pitching is still lights out. Right now, let's go to speaking of stats, let's just look at our stats. So, home runs, we are 6th in the league in home runs. Like I said, we're a team where we go swinging. We want to we want to go for the long ball, and it also reflects in our batting average. So look at that, 3rd worst batting average in the league, but we're hitting dingers. So, but like I said, just imagine if we up our batting average to where the Angels are, or the Rangers. No one's going to stop us. Because if we're batting as a team 238 to 240, that's around average. If we're batting average as a team, no one's going to be able to stop this team. No one will be able to. And, because if we up our batting average, obviously we're going to score more runs. Right now we're scoring 3.89 runs per game. I calculated it. Have 288 runs total. And our pitching is allowing 3.42. We are top 5 in ERA. We are allowing 3.42 runs per game. That's our ERA. And we're still leading WHIP. We're still batting average. We're always good. We're 2nd in batting average. We're just right behind the Yankees in that. Walks, I feel like let's see there. That's gotta go top up. So we're back to 1st in walks. We did dip to 2nd earlier, and the Twins took over us, but we are back to 1st in walks. Let's see, hit batsman. We are tied at 3rd in that, so we're good at not hitting batters. Earned runs. Yeah, let's use that. Oh yeah, it's gotta go down. We're 7th in that. Hits, since our batting average is top, hits is probably going to be 3rd. So our offense is good as ever. We just pitched a shutout, so we're now tied at 3rd with 7 shutouts on the season. We don't have any complete games yet, but I'm sure that'll happen at some point this season, hopefully in the season or in the postseason. Strikeouts are usually top 10, so yeah, we're tied at 6th. We're not the best, but we will strike. We are one of the best teams in the league at striking players out. So, yeah, pitching is still elite as always. Hitting needs to still improve, but we have shown improvement. We have shown a lot of improvement on the offense ever since firing Brant Brown. I'm telling you, Brant Brown was the issue. He was the issue. I mean, ever since he's fired, I have not seen as many 4+ run games since before he was fired. Or actually, not even that. Before, I feel we in the last 2 weeks, we have we've had more games where we've scored 4 or more runs than the first 2 months of the season. Whenever we had Brent Brown. So getting rid of Brent Brown was definitely the right decision, and it's definitely reflecting in our runs scored per game. Yeah, I think ever since we fired Brent Brown, we're one of the best scoring offenses in the league. So let's take a look actually. Hold up. Let's see. When did Brown get fired? Oops. He was fired on May 31st, 2024. So that is around 2 weeks ago. A little over 2 weeks ago. So we will, that's perfect actually. So we will do year to date. We'll do the last 15 days actually, which is even better. So last 15 days, we are tied 10th in the league in runs scored. So our offense has been one of the best. Been one of the better offenses in the league for the past 2 weeks, in terms of scoring. Excuse me. Batting average are still probably not as good. Let's see. Yeah, batting average are always bottom, but we got the runs in. So ops. We're 19th in ops, so that's not. I mean, it's below average, but that's our offense is showing improvement over the past couple weeks. So I really do like that, and we should be able to keep it up. We're tied 10th in the league in homers since then. So yeah, offense has definitely been better the past couple of weeks. So just keep it up. Like I said, we're entering this Guardian series. This is another massive series for us that we don't have to sweep. Like Service always says, go for the series win. Aim for the sweep, go for the win. So, or I could have. I mean, honestly, I could have that reversed, but it could go either way. Go for the sweep, aim for the win. Aim for the sweep, go for the win. It honestly goes either way. But yeah, we need to win that series. We want to begin to catch the Guardians. So yeah. Looking at our starters, wow. Leads MLB in I think innings pitched, 2.93 ERA. That is nuts. Cy Young, there's people better like Burns and Gill, or I think it's pronounced his last name, from the Yankees. But he's making a case to make the All-Star at least this year. Luis Castillo is, he's been bouncing back recently. He's doing pretty good. 3.32 runs is still really, really good. George Kirby has gotten a lot better recently. He pitched a really, really great game yesterday. Only allowed 1 earned run. Bryce Miller's been amazing lately. He's been great. And then Brian Wu, man, even though he got scratched because of that elbow injury, he's healthy. Thank goodness he's fine. We dodged a bullet there. I'm so glad that Wu is not seriously hurt. He does not need to have any surgery or anything. I think he just needs to do some strengthening and conditioning, and once he gets more starts in the MLB, his arm will get stronger naturally, and then he'll be fine. He'll be good to go. But yeah, once he gets better and once he gets more and more starts, oh my goodness, 1.07 ERA, this guy has the makings of being a really, really elite pitcher. So this is, in my opinion, the best starting pitching lineup in the entire league when fully healthy, and I don't think it's close. I think, Yankees' starting pitching line is really, really good too, but I don't know, man. It's just something about this. I am biased, but there's something about this Mariners pitching staff that they just get it done when they need to. So, looking ahead on our schedule. So here we are. We just swept the Rangers, so we we'll go to Cleveland and enter on a 9-game road trip. Start a 9-game road trip, I should say, in Cleveland at 3:40. So it's a little bit earlier since it's an Eastern game. So we will have Miller. Wu will be scheduled to play against Bybee, and then Castillo against Allen. So we got McKenzie, Bybee, and Allen. Yeah, this will be a great series. I feel like it's a series between two division leaders. So definitely, and I'm surprised none of these are televised, considering it. It's a series between two powerhouses, or at least two. I wouldn't say powerhouses, but two great teams. But yeah, Miller, Wu, and Castillo versus McKenzie, Bybee, and Allen. This, definitely be good. Hopefully we can get 2 out of 3 at least. And then we go to Miami. We'll have Kirby, Gilbert, and Miller scheduled. We will need to sweep these guys. We cannot be losing games to Marlins. Like, they're better than the White Sox, but they're still like bad. They're like the Angels at A's level. You can't lose to them. So we definitely got to win against them. We should at least take 2 out of 3 against Tampa Bay. I know they can sometimes be feisty against us, so definitely do that. Minnesota, they kind of smacked us earlier this year in that 4-game series, so hopefully we can look to bounce back and take this series against them. And then Baltimore, they beat us earlier as well. Hopefully we can bounce back and beat them at home. So yeah, this is part of a 9-game series at home. 9-game homestand, I should say. And then Toronto, they also beat us earlier in the year. That was back when we were struggling and struggling to get our footing. So we want to be able to get revenge against them. Then we go to San Diego as part of, I believe, probably like another 9-game road trip. Let's take a look. Oh, no, I guess not. So we will be going on the road for a 6-game road trip. We go to San Diego. The past couple years, we've given these guys the business. So I would think we at least take 1 out of 2. But I wouldn't be surprised if we swept. And then we go to LA. We need to at least take 3 out of 4 there. Houston, we have owned them this year. We've honestly owned them since the beginning of last year. Ever since they swept up, we've had their number. In the playoffs, we've had their number. So, honestly, just continue winning against them. Just continue winning against the division like we have. Just keep winning the series against your division opponents. And that's what we've been doing. We have not lost a series against a division opponent this season. So we got to continue to win. Or if we're in a 4-game series, at least tie, because at least we won't, lose the series. Definitely win that. Gotta win that. Can't lose to the White Sox. You gotta win 2 out of 3 or sweep. Sweep. We shouldn't have lost that 4th game in that series. Boston has kind of given us the business the past couple of seasons. It's been a kind of a good rivalry between us. We got to win that. I think Philly, we will take an L. Philly's insane this year. They're just cracked. So, if we do win against them, great. But I wouldn't be surprised if we took an L against Philly because they are insane. Detroit, we got to win that. New York, got to win that. Detroit, you got to win that. Pittsburgh, please win that. LA, I wouldn't be surprised if we took an L. The Rangers won against them, so won a series against them. So maybe we can, but I wouldn't be surprised if we lost this because the Dodgers are good. But just skipping all the way down, like I said in my previous video, these last 13 games? Yeah, these last 13 games are going to be really, really important. It doesn't matter. It does not matter where we're at. It's these last 13 games are going to be really, really important, and we're going to need to win as many of these games as possible. Because even if we have to, for example, if the division does become a tight race at the end, we gotta win. We gotta win these games against the Rangers, against Houston, against the A's, and against obviously New York too. But if the division is comfortably, we have a comfortable lead still by then, we're up by 8, 9, 10 games, and by then, But we still want to try to get that bye, or at least maintain a position to get a bye. We got to do that. So, like I said, yeah, these last 13 games definitely going to be important. So, yeah, but I think that's all I have for this video. This is kind of a long video, so I think I'll just end it here. I will make a Kraken video tomorrow. I am off work the next 3 days, so I will start making some more. I'll make a video on them as well, either tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll see, because I might have some stuff I gotta do tomorrow. But it's before I go to work on Thursday, I'll have a video up on the Kraken. I'll say that. Seahawks is dead, so obviously I won't be making a video on them until probably the end of next month. So it's just gonna be Mariners and Kraken, a Kraken video. Until then, maybe some Storm if you guys want some Storm videos as well. Might do some other teams like the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I'll probably do the D-backs, because the D-backs, you know, it's a very, yeah, I will make a video on the D-backs. Honestly, I might do it after this. So I'm gonna make a video on the D-backs as well after this, so stay tuned for that. But if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Mariners and Seattle sports content. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night, or evening and night, and go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken. Oh, and go Storm.